Shalom, I'm Rabbi Mark Kunis, and this is my taste of Torah for Parshat Vayeytzey 5781. One of the tragic effects of the coronavirus plague is the plague of loneliness that it has aroused in its wake. Most social avenues like families, synagogues, churches, sports, concerts, and the like have been shut down or are severely limited. I know elderly people who haven't been with anyone other than the checkout clerk at Publix for the past 8 months. We all need a big hug, don't we? But maybe there's another way of looking at this. As Jews, one of our problems is that Judaism does not embrace solitude. We begin and end our day in a prayer minyan with others. Every life cycle is celebrated with people. Pirkei Avos, Ethics of the Fathers, warns us, do not separate yourself from the community. And yet here we are, for the most part, in our 8th month of isolation. On the other hand, there are times when solitude can be a gift. This week's Torah portion begins with such a moment. Having stolen his brother's blessing, Jacob leaves home because his brother Esau threatened to kill him. And for the first time in his life, he's alone. Jacob grew up in a tribal encampment surrounded by people. Privacy was a rare commodity. Now on his way to Mesopotamia to Uncle Laban, the road ahead was empty. And he was all alone and probably terrified. In his aloneness, Jacob encounters God. Lying down to sleep, he dreams of a ladder reaching to heaven. Then God appears to him in his dream and reassures him, I am with you and I will bring you back to this land. In the morning, Jacob awakes with a start as he realizes he's no longer feeling all alone. And he says, surely God is in this place, and I did not know. This is none other than the abode of God, and this is Shar HaShamayim, the gate of heaven. Years later, he confronts his brother Esau, and he again finds himself alone. He's mugged by a mysterious assailant and transformed as he's told, no, your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel. And he no longer feels alone. For some reason, it's these moments of solitude where Jacob finds God. Jacob is not unique in finding God in his solitude. Moses encounters God alone in the wilderness when he comes upon the burning bush. Jonah discovers God in the belly of a fish and prays. Elijah hears the still small voice of God while hiding alone in a cave. Each one returns from his solitude with a new sense of mission and purpose. Each gains a deeper understanding of self. In our world, we have little tolerance for being alone. It sounds strange, but it's true. When you walk into your home, what's the first thing you do if no one is there? If you're like most people, you'll probably turn on the stereo or the television. In our cars, it's the radio or Bluetooth from our cell phones. We walk around with these ear pods in our ears, oblivious to the world around us. Why? Could it be that we're afraid to be alone with ourselves? But we must spend time with ourselves if we ever want to spend time with God. We need alone time to be able to hear our inner voice and feel the presence of God. Hasidim have a practice called hisbodedus, literally self-seclusion. And so Rabbi Nachman taught his followers to spend some time each day alone and simply pour their hearts out to God in a personal, unstructured prayer. He himself will go off into the forest to be alone, to talk to God. Perhaps our coronavirus solitude can be seen as a forced opportunity to be alone and talk with God. If you haven't already done so regularly over the past 8 months, I urge you to take some time, and most of us have plenty of time, to be with and talk to God. And on the special Thanksgiving holiday, Thank Him for all the good you have in your life, all the many blessings He has showered you with, and all the wonderful people He provided to be with you in your life who love you. My friends, we need this now more than ever. And if we do so, perhaps we'll be able to say, as we encounter God as Jacob did, surely God is in this place, and I did not know. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful Shabbos.